So if somebody's a first time buyer and they want to get into the suppressor market, like what are just a couple things that they should think about? Like what would be some guidance, for those people, so they can properly shop, and not get caught up on marketing or whatever.
I would say don't get sucked into one size fits all, because it doesn't. Don't buy a silencer that you think is going to be the only one you buy, because that's the first thing everybody thinks when they go to buy one, is they're only going to buy one. And by and large, that is not the case.
I never thought that.
You're a special case. But you got to put the time in and figure out which one's right for you. There's a lot of good options on the market, and not just from us. There's a lot of good options on the market. But don't get roped into thinking that just one silencer is going to be the right thing for everything that you've got. If you fall into that trap, you're going to end up with something that years later you're going to have what I call a pretty bad case of stamp regret on, when it sits in the back of your safe and it becomes a loaner can for your buddy with no can. So I would say just do the research, figure out what the best can is for your primary application, whatever that may be, because it might be rimfire for somebody. It might be a hunting can. It might be, a can for his SBR, and those are all different cans. They are different cans. And just figure out what your primary application is going to be, where you're going to get the most use and the most enjoyment out of it up front, and then do the research and find the can that's the right can for that application.
Most people dip their toe into the rimfire market, first-time buyers, because it's almost unlimited hosts, and they're affordable, and you already have them. And there's sub ammo and super ammo, and it makes the greatest difference overall. It's got the biggest percentage of gain. And
it's also the can people use the most.
Rimfire's fun.
Yeah, it's the quietest. It's the most fun to shoot. It's the least expensive to shoot still, now that you can get ammo again. But even guys that have a lot of stamps and a lot of cans, most of the time they're going to shoot rimfire more than anything else. I know I do.
It's a staple.
We shoot way more rimfire just from a casual perspective than anything else. Well, maybe 7.62 by 39, but
I don't know if I'd say that. We may shoot more rimfire on a given day, but it's always there. It's like a little friend that you never really lose communication with.
Well, and you can't. I think I'm nearing half a dozen rimfire cans, or so.
Which is the right amount. With a wife and 2 sons, you've got to have 4.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean they're not all. Every one of them's different. I don't have any one that's the same.